Now comes the part of putting it together. Okay, I'm going to need one here, and one in there. That's 2, and 3, 4. So I'm going to need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 at 9 1/4 inches. So I'll get my big trimmer out. And cut this off at 9 1/4. When you use the scoreboard, the Martha Stewart scoreboard, you have one side that has the bumpy and the other side has the groove. Right. The groove part stays up. So push here on the bumpy and do that to all 4 of these. Okay, now if you're going to use the score tape, now's the time to put this tape in on these. Probably the better time to do it is to do it before you fold it, but I'm going to use glue. And when you use glue, lay these things out like this so you don't get yourself all crazy mixed up. 2 of these you're going to have glue on the inside, the valley side. 2 of them glue the valley side. 2 of them you will put glue on the mountain side, and I'll show you why. So let's get the one box and one side out. And I use these sponge things, and then I have a little tray that this red liner tape came in, and I use it to store my sponge in between gooping. Right. So run some glue on both halves, and then you're going to smear it with a brush. And you don't want to put this together with the gloopy globs without smearing it, because the gloop, if this stuff is going to goop out bad enough, you don't need it to gloop out even worse from the big drips. So get the whole thing covered. The whole thing from top to bottom and the sides. Get it all covered with glue. I missed a spot. Alright, now put the bottom part of the box, put this there. Alright, and then I'm going to put the measurements on the outside. Now you're going to butt this up against the cardboard . And then you're going to press that. So, and then press it good. See, now you already have the side. You already have the side of the box, and this is pretty sturdy. Now you're going to get a mountain one, and you're going to put the glue on the outside. Smear it around. Smearing it on gives you a better coverage than if you just squirt it on and then try to attach it. you'll have too many gaps where there's no glue. And you won't have any strength in this at all. So, glue coverage, good glue coverage. And it doesn't have to be oozing out good glue coverage. Okay, so now you're going to put this, pointy end right in there. Just like that. And you're going to press it down, kind of press it so that it goes down into the groove thing, and then you're going to press this hard. And you're going to press this one. Now if you end up with a little bit of an overhang like this, don't freak out, it's all right. So now see, this is already pretty strong with these strips. And it's just going to get better. So now with the Valley one, put the glue in. Gloop it around. And this time when I put it on the thing, maybe I won't shove it so far close to the thing like I did the other one. Okay. No, this way, just like that. Okay. Put this on. And then you're going to get your other side. And you're going to put it on. And make sure that your pieces are butted up against each other good. Make sure that everything is mashed up good. And then, I can't see what I'm doing. And then bring this thing up. Okay. So, get that on good. And then mash in here and get this on good. Okay. If it wants to lay over like that, it's alright. Just press there. Okay. Now then the next one is the mountain fold. Goopy, gloopy, gloopy. Get it spread good. And this stuff, this glue that I'm using, it dries fairly quickly as long as I don't get carried away and put way too much on. Okay. Now this goes right in here, and get your thing held up. Press that down. And press that down real good down in there. Okay, see, now your box is coming together. And this is no longer floppy doppy. Okay, now there's this piece. And this piece fits right on just like that. Now, we are going to need two strips at 4 3/4 inches and one at 6 1/4. Now that's going to be for the outside. So you can cut, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 of them at 4 3/4 inches. You might have to snip a little bit off, and one at 6 1/4. So let's get those cut. So you're going to need 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember take the groovy side and fold on the groovy side. All right. Now you're going to need a mountain and a valley. Uh-oh. I need one more of 4 3/4. Mountain and valley. And if you do it that way, you won't get yourself all mixed up. Hey, I don't know. I can still get myself terribly mixed up. Right, now, some glue. A little glue. Gloopy gloopy. Alright, now before I tell you any more, alright, line your thing up. Line your bottom up out here, edge to edge. And then we'll put this on. At this point now, this is going to be easier, whoops, to put together. Yeah, she said with a straight face. Make sure that you get that pressed on good. I don't know if you saw that. I don't think you saw that. Oh, crapazoid. I'll show you on the other side. I'll make sure to show you on the other side. This side here. Okay. So now a valley side for the 4 3/4. Make sure that your edges are nice and flush. Nice and flush. And then put this on. Look, see how easy this is coming together? I was really surprised at how easy this worked. Okay. Get that pressed. Now, let's see. The valley side for the other side. Make sure everything is flush. And then we'll put... Did I smear that? No, I didn't. See? Looky there. I got so excited and jumped ahead of myself. I'm going to get these gloopies off because they're going to squeeze out. Alright, make sure everything's flush and put this on just like that. Oh look, see, nice shape coming together for your box. Right, now this is going to be the mountain, the mountain side you're going to glue. So try to get it down in there, and it's not going to because this is a little bit more narrow. There are my scissors. So now just do a little snippy. Probably start off with start off by cutting off just a little bit. I don't know how much that is. And then try to test fit it. And see, it still doesn't want to fit in there. So I need to take just a tiny bit more off. Okay, and then that one fits really good right in there. So let's glue and smear. Press that in there. press this one down. Get them all pressed in there. Get them pressed in there good. Okay, now we're going to do these two here. See, now this box is nice and sturdy. Awesome. The Osgran lady, she cuts hers down at an angle like that, and I haven't done that. I didn't do that on my other boxes. See, I didn't do that. I just went right directly from corner to corner. So I might just do that up here at the top. I don't know. I like it that it's all squared. I like that. This pointy thing, in my opinion, is a place for a weak spot. And we don't need a weak spot. Okay. So now we'll stick this in the corner. Get in there. And then mash that down. I should have a camera from over the top. That wouldn't have helped anyway because the side was in the way. Okay, so you mash that down good, both sides. And I'll show you the difference on this one if I don't clip that thing off. By now you probably have enough glue in your sponge brush that you don't need to add a whole lot of glue. Oh, down there. Okay. Okay. Now, see that has a tiny bit of an overhang right there, but that's okay. That's all right. And see, this one has that point sticking up. And that's okay. That's all right. Okay, so now we're going to do this side here to finish the box. Look at that. Look at that. So I need 2 at 6 1/4 and 4 at 4 3/4. So I'm going to need 4 of these. Okay, so a valley and a mountain on the 4 3/4, and a valley and a mountain, and on the 6 1/4 a valley and a mountain. So I'm going to do the valley now. Make sure that everything is flush, and then I'll put this on. Now my measurements that were just a little tiny bit off, they've left a gap, but I'm going to cover that. So I got to cut that off. And then it'll fit in there now. Okay. So this one is the valley, I mean the mountain. Whoops. I've got more than enough glue. Okay. So now going to put this down in there. Come on, get down in there. And then mash that down. And then mash this one down. Here. All right. Now we're going to do the sides here. So the valley. And get that tucked underneath there so that it's flush. Put this on. And with my measurements being just a little bit wonky on that one side thing, I'm going to have a small bit of trouble. But it's only going to be just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a major problem. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, now the other valley. And this, you've got to kind of consider, this is handmade. Not by any kind of technical machine that is calibrated to the millionth of a meter, centimeter, or something, whatever. This is just me and my faulty math skills. Okay, so you see the bottom, see the gap right there, and there's no gap there. That's because I had a teensy bit of a cutting problem following the dots. Okay, now I got to do inside these two corners, so they're going to be mountains. And then it'll go right in the corner. Get in there. Come on, get in there. And remember, if it sticks up a tiny bit, it's no big deal. It's okay. All right, so get in there and mash it down. And mash it down. All right, now we're going to do this side here, the mountain. Glued. And get that in there. Okay, now by the time you get done working with the glue, and we're not done working with the glue, we're just done with this part of it, you'll have gloopy fingers, but hey, it washes off. It's all right. Now, you can thumb press that back so it lays flat, like that, if that bothers you really bad. Now, there's your box. Look at that. Look at that cool box from a piece of cardboard. And you've got it made precisely to the dimensions that you want or need. See? Those fit right in there. And they have a little bit of wiggle room. When we grab boxes, we're not careful. And we don't reach and pick them up like that. We grab them and pull. These are stress points right here in these corners. If the box is going to fail because of the weight of stuff that's in here, when we grab it and pull, right here is where the box is going to fail. Anytime, every time. All right, now what I'm using is first aid tape. It's waterproof. I guess you can use, you know, just the regular stuff. And I don't know how wide is this stuff, and I don't know what this is called in Europe. This is just a little over a 1/2 inch wide, but it's a tape that you put on gauze. You know, when you have a wound and you got gauze over the top covering the wound, then this tape goes along the edges of the gauze to seal it and keep the wound from getting goopy. So I'm going to cut off just a piece. I don't know, that's probably about 1.5 inches long. Let's see, how long is it? Just a little over 1.5 inches. And I'm going to lay it here in the corner. And on the outside here, I'm going to form it around the corner there. And then on the inside of the box, get over here, I'm going to force it down into the yeah, whatever that's called, the corner there. Now this tape and everything like that, don't worry, there's a method to my madness.